So why does a righteous God ask good people to do bad things? We're going to be talking about this tonight in my live stream. This is a topic that I've been asked about on several occasions. Why does God ask people to destroy an entire nation, specifically the land of Canaan? When we're coming across a book like Joshua, we see Joshua commanded to wipe everyone out in the land of Canaan, which is now today Israel. So people ask this question, they'll say, I don't understand this. How can God ask good people to wipe out men, women, children, animals, and completely annihilate them? Isn't that genocide? What is happening? And then sometimes they'll even go a step further. They'll say, I can't worship a God that does that to people. I can't do that. I can't do that. It's usually how they frame the question. They're asking you a question, and then they throw you a curve at the end because they don't want to worship God, because they see something that they don't fully understand in Scripture, and they say, this gives me an out. This gives me an excuse not to worship an unrighteous God. That's basically what they're saying. I can't worship a God according to my standards of what righteous is and what unrighteous is. Therefore, ergo, I am out. Because they'll come across verses like God telling King Saul to wipe out the Amalekites. Take them out. Take out infants, take out sucklings, take out men, take out women, animals, camels, you name it. Wipe them off the map. And you see Joshua, same thing. Destroy everyone in Canaan. Men, women, children. And that gets confusing for people. They start wondering about this. They don't wonder about themselves whether or not they've committed murder in their hearts, whether or not God should destroy them on the spot. No, we don't want to talk about that. But what we want to do is we want to go into the Old Testament and go, see that verse right there? I don't understand it, nor do I want to explore it based on God's character yesterday, today, and tomorrow. But instead, I want to inject my thought and say, what kind of a God is that does those kind of things? Meanwhile, we are murdering people in our hearts. What does that mean? Well, anytime you hate a person, it's like murder in God's eyes. Jesus told us not to do that. So if we are doing all these wicked things today, and we see in the Bible, wow, these people got destroyed for doing wicked things, and another nation had to come and destroy them completely, utterly, that should give us pause. That should make us go, I wonder if there's something that I can learn here from God's character, His righteousness, from these stories that I'm reading for my understanding today. Is there something that I can get out of this? Because if I am doing something that is very similar to what's going on in the Old Testament, except we take it a little bit of a step further, we're actually hating our neighbors. We're not liking our neighbors. We don't want anything to do with our neighbors. We don't want anything to do with God. Instead, we want to worship other things, money, sports, all this kind of stuff. Perhaps this is a time to reflect and really dig deep and think about this. So we're going to talk about that tonight on our round table. So I hope you'll join us. It's at 6:30 tonight, Mountain Standard Time, and we're going to go deep into this very topic. I was originally going to talk about life on Mars, but if we don't understand life here on Earth, it doesn't make sense to dive into the topic of finding life on Mars. Did they find life on Mars? Didn't they find life on Mars? Can we find life? If we can't figure this out here first, if we can't wrestle through some of the stuff in Scripture first, and we don't understand the value or the meaning of life here on Earth, I felt personally that it didn't make any sense to dive into that yet. So I'm pushing that down the timeline, but I feel this is an important conversation to have because many people will go through it. They're going to come across something in the Bible that doesn't make sense. And I'm telling you, if you don't understand the character of God, the Bible could seem confusing to you, but it doesn't contradict itself. It does not. And we're going to do a deep dive tonight. So I hope you'll join us. It'll be fun again. 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Just click on the notification bell. That way when we go live, you'll be notified tonight. And then feel free to ask questions around this topic inside the live stream because it's going to be interactive. We're going to have a panel as well. I'm not sure how many guests are coming out tonight. Could have a couple. Could have 2, 3, 4 guests. We'll see. But this is definitely a hot topic. Not only inside the church, but outside the church as well. So again, I hope you'll join me, and I'll see you tonight. Bye for now.